These are the faces of refugees who spend countless hours drifting on vessels in the Mediterranean Sea before being rescued by Italian sailors like this one and brought to a small coastal town in Sicily. This is one of the many men who have opened their hearts and homes to fellow human beings in need.
Il governo italiano ha voluto l'operazione Mare Nostrum.
And this is the man in charge of Mare Nostrum, the Italian Navy's search and rescue operation. Their story is one of sacrifice, love, and dedication.
We came from a place where I know there is no peace. So here I know there is a peace here.
They fled unimaginable horrors, hunger, war, and persecution to seek a better life.
Me, since I started the journey from my country to here, it's taken me 9 months some week. So I was in Libya. Libya also is not good. Libyan people, they are killing each other without nothing. So that's why we try to leave their country before we lose our life.
While in the past many left seeking better economic opportunities, today's migrants are fleeing turbulent situations in countries like Libya, Tunisia, Syria, and Gaza. They set off on a journey hundreds of kilometers long in packed small vessels. Some die en route. Others are rescued by the Italian Navy under Operation Mare Nostrum. Rear Admiral Roberto Camerini is the commander of the Italian Navy in southern Italy, overseeing Mare Nostrum, or RC in Latin.
Diciamo una superficie di circa 71.000 km quadrati disposti a ferro di cavallo sulle possibili rotte di arrivo dei migranti.
It's an operation that spans over 70,000 square kilometers in the southern Mediterranean Sea.
Every machines who operate in the Mare Nostrum works in the south of Mediterranean seas, from the Libya to Sicily.
Operation Mare Nostrum began after dozens of men, women, and children tragically drowned in October of 2013 trying to make the same journey to Sicily.
Ottobre 2013, in cui I flussi continuavano ad aumentare, ma dal 18 ottobre
18 of October 2013, the number increased very high numbers.
Salvate circa 50.000 migranti dal 18 ottobre ad oggi.
50,000 people were rescued.
Since this interview in June, some estimate over 75,000 people have been plucked off of vessels and brought to safety to the shores of Sicily. Some wealthy migrants use Sicily as a gateway to other European countries. Others who are brought to this naval base in Augusta must stay in shelters while their paperwork is being processed. This could take up to a year. Augusta is a small town, about 42 square miles, with a population of about 35,000 people. Its economy, like the rest of Sicily and Italy, is in dire shape. Processing, housing, and paying for the thousands of refugees has been a major challenge for the Italian government.
We have more responsibilities for young migrants, but we have no good building to help them.
What's one of the, for you personally, one of the saddest stories that you have heard?
Diciamo che chi ti colpisce in particolare sono sempre i bambini, quindi
one Italian warship who had rescued before some people. In that ship there were two brothers, 8 and 9 years, who were rescued, but in the same ship, in another place of the ship, there were the father and the mom died, and babies didn't know about mom and dad?
We can't save his life, obviously.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
This sailor on the front lines of Operation Mare Nostrum has seen it all, but he says the situation has also brought out the best in his fellow sailors.
I have seen the crew find body, and it's quite traumatic. But when you also pick up people like young babies or pregnant women, the most amazing thing is see how the crew of this ship is so empathetic, proud of what they have done for these people. They provide their own clothes when there are people with no clothes or with wet clothes. I have seen girls on board that obviously are more maternal, provide their own t-shirt for the young babies. It's something that is really hard, but that make ourselves so proud about what we done every day.
You must be so proud.
Yeah, we are, absolutely, absolutely.
Because of the vast coverage area, the Italian Navy can't get to every boat, so there's been some horrific instances when boats have capsized, killing dozens.
Those 400 people that died. What happens there?
I wasn't at sea at that moment, so I don't know exactly what happened. Sure, when the weather conditions are not so good, and these boats are overloaded of people, it could be. It's really easy that a disaster can happen. Our boat, we have almost 5 ships at sea every day, but 5 ships are not enough to check all the Mediterranean.
Of course.
We can be everywhere. Our sensor permit us to be as soon as possible near the ship that are overloaded of people, but sometimes it's too late.
We're given an exclusive tour on one of the Navy ships used to rescue migrants.
When we know that there is some ship, some boat in trouble, we immediately call the captain, have a meeting here to know which information we have, how many people on board, hypothetically, which are the weather conditions, if there are any other military ship nearest than us, if we have a helicopter that can provide information, all the information that we need. We elaborate this information here and start to making decision about what the ship has to do. Go directly with the maximum speed, and we start to request all the crew to wake up, because when when during a navigation we have people on duty, people that are sleeping, people ready to participate at the activity. When there is some emergency, on this kind of ship with a reduced number of crew, everyone have to work at the same time to provide assistance. So we alert everyone.
All hands on deck.
In
English. In English.
Exactly.
All hands on deck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you put the mattresses on the floor?
On the flying deck,
I see.
so they can stay seated. Obviously, sometimes we don't have enough for all the people. When you have in 10 days 5, 6 events, you don't have all this material, so you try to arrange
What you can.
Yeah.
Do what you can.
with the metal that we have on board. Because if you think that after every embark of people you have to change all the material, because for hygienic purpose you can have on board the same material for other people.
Mamma mia.
So it's also a lot of material that you have to provide every day.
Yeah.
The Italian Navy, with minimal help from the European Union, has been the sole driver of the rescue operation.
How much help are you getting from other countries, from NATO, from other European countries?
C'è commissione, una tantum, un aereo o una nave, ma che è assolutamente insufficiente per questo tipo di controllo.
The Mare Nostrum, the operation Mare Nostrum actually is composed only with Italian Navy warship and aircraft. The Italian government wants that the operation Mare Nostrum will become a European operation, not only Italian operation with Italian warship.
At the end of August 2014, the European Union agreed to help Italy's sea rescue mission by a shared EU project to be called Frontex Plus. The question remains whether the small coastal communities like Augusta will also benefit from the aid.
Because it's my brothers. Because not is important the color of the skin. I believe in Jesus. I'm Catholic. I want peace.
Since the start of Mare Nostrum, religious and other volunteer organizations have set up shelters, provided basic necessities, and a sense of community.
Very happy to play with them because not is important the game, it's important to stay with them.
Yeah. And
because we want to be friends with you.
Yeah.
I want to be something for you. In our church we save the clothes, to bring the food, to try to help you. We have a staff in the charity of the church and work together the other people from other churches in Augusta, and we try to help this guy every day, try to bring clothes, other stuffs, or food, and especially we try to talk with them because we want to help them in their spirit. This is our mission. We know that a lot of them are Muslim, but this is not a problem for us. God is just one for everybody. We want the best for them because they don't deserve this situation.
do you need more help? And
we need
to
more help. We need more help. But all people from Augusta do a lot to help these people.
The need is great and growing, and some in the community fear the migrants may bring in diseases. But authorities assured us each refugee is medically tested before being brought to a shelter in the community. We were shown one of these shelters set up by these groups, but our cameras were not allowed inside. This is what I witnessed.
When refugees under 18 arrive to Augusta, they're taken to a small school down the road from here. I get a chance to go inside and see the conditions. I can tell you that some of them are sleeping, others are praying, others are sitting around contemplating their future. When they got here, they had no money, they had no food, they only had the clothes on their back. Some of them were telling me that they even lost parents or siblings during their voyage here. They're sleeping on the floor. There are bathrooms, there's a doctor there. There's some really friendly staff. These children right now have absolutely no future. They don't know where they're going. They don't know what they're going to do. Many of them speak English and have clearly stated that conditions are not the best here, but it is clear that they want to do something. It is clear that they want to get documents so they can work, so they can have an impact on society. They're sad. This is traumatic. They're in a new land. They don't speak the language. They don't have any money. And it's becoming increasingly clear that the local people of Augusta, the charities, the churches, are doing all they can to collect food, to collect clothes, but it's also clear when you go inside that they need more help.
Later, some of the boys came out to speak with us.
Are you thankful for your liberty? Are you thankful to be here?
Yeah, today, thank God, I'm thankful to be here because where I am, I can say that here is better than where I am before. So thank God the way I am here now. But the problem is now because you cannot stay at a place you know that you don't know what is going on and you don't know tomorrow what you are going to do. Every day you are eating and sleep. You are not going to school, you are not going to anywhere, and every day you are growing up. And tomorrow you have to build your future. And now if you are standing at one place, every day you are eating, sleep. What are you going to do next? You cannot do nothing in your life.
In my case, I'm an American and an Italian.
Yes.
America wants peace. Okay? We want peace. We're a very fierce country. You know this.
Yeah.
You know this. We want peace. Yeah. We want to show the Americans you people coming over here want peace. And we want the Americans to open up their heart and to help. We also want the members of the European Union who are not helping. Right now it's only Italy. But Italy is a poor country.
Yes,
so if they have one piece of bread, they're ripping the bread in half in Muslim tradition, and they're giving it to you.
What do you want the rest of the world to know about this?
They need to know that Augusta is a little town and can do a lot for this guy. We have no money. We have a no good economic situation. We have a good heart.
You have a good heart.
We have a good heart, but we need help from other countries, from the rest of Italy or from the rest of Europe.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Watching that sailor explain how he and the crew felt as they're rescuing people, that it has nothing to do with anything except basic abject humanity, really touched my soul. Today I'm proud to be an Italian citizen. I'm proud of our service members here. I'm proud of course, our service members in the United States of America, but to see these young kids giving of themselves just blew me away. So I'm really undergoing a paradigm shift in my political thought in this particular issue over here. And I'm also, and I'm going to say this for a real goofy thing, but I kind of think now that the universe has put me and you and Esther together to present this picture. In my stupid opinion, what we've done today is more important than anything else we've done in the past, and I don't think that we'll be able to do anything more in the future is more important than today. We've got to get this piece right. We have to tell the story right.
We need more help. We need to be always there. Some ships are old, and people do more that is normal to do, to provide when the technical staff can arrive. They put their soul to do their best. It's our job, but it's something that is part of you, yeah.
May I say something?
Yeah, sure.
As an Italian, because I'm an American citizen, thank you for your service.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your service.
I was going to say, as a human being, thank you for your service.
As a human being, thank you for your service. This is wonderful, wonderful. My heart is warm listening and seeing in your face this beautiful emotion. This is wonderful.
Yeah, thank you. We really hope that in the future there will be no more Mare Nostrum, because we can help them to find a way to stay in good position in their own home. Now we do our best.